You injured your ankle and it's limiting your training. Do these 4 exercises to break up scar tissue and improve mobility immediately. The issue with a foot and ankle injury is often there's a buildup of scar tissue around the area, and that scar tissue creates weakness and stiffness. These 4 exercises were carefully picked to break up that scar tissue, decrease your pain, improve your mobility, and allow you to get back to doing what you love to do fully. Watch this video to the end for some pro tips on how to customize this to yourself and when it would be best to do this. We're going to start with 2 stretches using a rock floss band, a muscle floss band on our foot and ankle. You don't have to use a muscle floss band, but if you want to completely change your life and improve yourself that much faster, get a band. We prefer the rock tape rock floss bands, but there are other ones out there that you can get. So you're going to place this on your ankle. I'm going to start below my ankle on my foot, looping around once, and then I can start to come up. So get some tension here, pull. Once you get to your heel, come to the ankle. I'm going to get a little more slack here with my band, and then I'm going to pull, come around, pull and around. Work your way up the ankle, and then make sure to secure that band so that way you don't have to hold it. I like to just tuck it underneath like so. Perfect. Now with this rock floss band on here, what I'm going to do next is a dorsiflexion exercise. I'm going to let this knee go forwards over my toe while I go back and forth. I'm holding my heel down with this arm so that way I don't have it come up and I get more dorsiflexion. So knee is getting tracked over my toes. You can come out a little bit more with it and in a little bit more, but don't let your knee collapse in. Don't let your foot pronate like that. Keep your foot up in neutral and push that knee over your toe. This is going to be a big stretch through your ankle, and if you get this band on tight enough, you're going to really feel the stretch and the breaking up the scar tissue. The next stretch is in the opposite direction, which is plantar flexion. What I really like for this is if you let your foot out this way a bit and then you just push your knee back, I feel a big stretch in the back of my ankle and in the front of my ankle. You could turn, let me move this, you can turn your toes this way and you're gonna push your knee back, and I get a big stretch on the outside of my ankle here while I'm doing this. So if I change up my position a little bit, foot's out here in front of me, turning my foot in, pushing my knee back, I get a big stretch, and I'm actively moving, not just holding this, but you could hold it for a moment. However, to get more out of this, to break up scar tissue, you need movement. So move that knee back while the floss band is breaking up the scar tissue. You're going to do 2 to 3 minutes in dorsiflexion and in plantar flexion. For the third exercise, what we're going to do are heel-toe slides. You're going to do about 10 in each direction. You can do more, you can do multiple sets, but 10 in each direction will be a pretty good amount and will fatigue you. Your goal is to get better at these, be able to do more, and be able to feel less. So it's important to really emphasize bringing your toes up, bringing your heels up. So when I bring my toes up, bring my heels up. When I bring my heels up, I pivot, then toes, then pivot. 10 in one direction, 10 in the other direction. Focus on getting some height out of your foot. And for our fourth and final exercise, we're actually going to use a foam roller. Any kind of foam roller will do. We recommend though using just like PVC so you don't crush it, because we're going to walk on it. That's right. This is one of my most favorite ways to improve your foot and ankle. So stand on it and just work first on being more balanced. When you start feeling like you have found some balance on top of this, you can begin to practice walking, just taking some nice and easy steps, getting used to going forward. People who get really good at this can kind of go in all directions, including going backwards with it. So you're gonna go forwards, you're gonna go backwards, you're gonna spend about 3 minutes on this, getting better. You pop off for a second, come back on. Fair warning, your feet will be sore the first time you do this because it's like you're foam rolling your arches as well. This is a big exercise, will make a big difference in how your foot and ankle feel in terms of plantar fasciitis, as well as any kind of foot and ankle injury. You're not only mobilizing with this, but you're also strengthening at the same time. Do this routine every single day. If you spend about 2 to 3 minutes on each exercise, it'll take you about 10 minutes. If you can take 10 minutes of your day performing this routine, you will immediately see a change in how your foot and ankle are feeling and moving, and major changes within 2 to 3 weeks. Pro tip, when using the muscle floss band, to get more out of it, perform an extra exercise with the floss band on your ankle, doing a normal movement that's part of your activities. So if you're a BJJ athlete, put it on your foot and ankle and roll around a bit with someone or just by yourself. If you're a weightlifter, put it on there and perform some squats, maybe even have a bar on your back when you're doing that. What is important is that you perform a skill movement with the rock floss band on, so that way you break up that scar tissue in the exact way you need to regain the mobility that you've lost. This routine was inspired by a friend of Mobility Doc in the UK who broke his ankle while rolling in BJJ and needed a way after 1 year to get further, faster, and be better. We made this for him. We'll make one for you. Send us a DM, send us a message, leave some comments. We're ready to create what you need.